Cottage cheese had a long period of dormancy in the American dietary conversation. It was a staple diet food in the 1970s and 1980s, then largely disappeared from health culture discourse until a combination of high-protein diet trends and social media recipe creativity revived it in recent years. The nutritional case for its renewed attention is genuine, though it comes with some caveats around sodium that deserve more emphasis than they typically receive. A cup of full-fat cottage cheese delivers approximately 24 to 28 grams of protein, a remarkably high protein density that exceeds Greek yogurt and rivals chicken breast on a per-calorie basis. The protein in cottage cheese is primarily casein, the same slow-digesting protein in Greek yogurt, which releases amino acids into the bloodstream gradually over 4 to 7 hours after consumption. This sustained amino acid availability makes cottage cheese particularly useful before sleep for people interested in supporting overnight muscle protein synthesis, a concept studied in sports nutrition research showing that casein consumption before bed promotes muscle recovery during the overnight fast better than other protein sources at equivalent doses. Calcium content is meaningful, approximately 14 to 18% of the daily value per cup, alongside selenium, 36% daily value, B12, riboflavin, and phosphorus. The casein protein itself, interestingly, functions as a calcium carrier in a way that appears to support bone calcium retention beyond what the mineral content alone would predict. Cottage cheese is also notably low in carbohydrates and fat compared to its protein density, making it useful for blood sugar management and for people following low-carbohydrate dietary patterns. A cup of low-fat cottage cheese contains approximately 8 grams of carbohydrates and 5 grams of fat for 25 grams of protein, a macronutrient ratio that is unusual among dairy products. Here is the sodium warning that requires direct statement. A cup of cottage cheese typically contains 700 to 800 milligrams of sodium, representing approximately 30 to 35% of the recommended daily sodium limit of 2,300 milligrams. For someone eating cottage cheese as a significant daily food source, this is a substantial sodium contribution that can work against cardiovascular goals if sodium intake from other sources is not managed accordingly. Low-sodium versions are available and cut the sodium by half, but they are less commonly stocked and often less prominently marketed than standard varieties. Reading the sodium line on the nutrition facts panel before making cottage cheese a daily staple is practical advice, not excessive caution. Lactose content is moderate in cottage cheese, lower than milk, but higher than aged cheeses, so individuals with lactose intolerance may experience varying tolerability depending on sensitivity level. People with kidney disease following protein-restricted diets need to be mindful of the high protein density, which can be a concern in this population. For healthy adults, cottage cheese as a regular dietary feature, as a snack with fruit, a savory bowl base, a substitute for ricotta in cooking, or a pre-sleep protein source, represents one of the more efficient and affordable high-protein options available in most markets.